Funding for HiQ is provided by Wing to Wing Foundation and the Dutch Miller Auto Group. Today, these two teams begin their quest for this season's championship on HiQ. And now, from Marshall University's School of Journalism and Mass Communications Television Studio A in Huntington, West Virginia, here is the host of HiQ, Ernie Anderson.
Welcome to HiQ, and on today's recap, we bring you Game 1 of the best 2 out of 3 series between Huntington High and Winfield to determine who will advance to the HiQ playoffs. The Huntington High Highlanders is one of the largest schools in the state of West Virginia and is located on a hill just outside of Huntington. Established in 1996 with a consolidation of Old Huntington High and Huntington East High, and with an enrollment of over 1,700 students, the school has produced over 100 West Virginia state championships in multiple sports and events. Last year, Huntington High's Team 1 won the HiQ tournament with a 215-210 victory over George Washington. Their opponents will be the Winfield Generals. Winfield High School is located on the banks of the Kanawha River, halfway between Huntington and Charleston. One of the newest high schools in Putnam County, they house around 800 students and was named after Brevet Lieutenant Winfield Scott, the longest-serving general in American history and national hero. In 2009, Winfield was named the top academic school in West Virginia by Businessweek, and they have won over 60 state titles in sports and other events. Last season on HiQ, Winfield defeated South Point in the opening round, but fell in the second round to Shelby Valley 250-70. In the opening warm-up round, where questions are worth 10 points each, Winfield was on the scoreboard first, answering a money question about the artist's depiction of the signing of the Declaration of Independence on the back of a $2 bill, and led 10-0. Huntington High then took advantage of a Winfield missed question to tie things up with 10 points each on an animal question about orangutans. Both Winfield and Huntington High correctly answered their visual questions to end the warm-up round in a 20-20 tie. In the second round, the bonus round, teams are given a clue to a question. They can either answer the question for 15 points, or get another clue and lower the point value to 10 points. They can then either answer or get one last clue and lower the point value to 5 points. If a team is incorrect or passes, the other team can steal the points. For a correct answer, the team moves to the bonus round where they can earn up to 30 points with progressively more difficult questions valued at 5, 10, and 15 points. Huntington High took a 10-point lead on a question about a tale of two cities and advanced to the bonus round about history. They picked up the 5 and 10-point bonus questions about history and took an early lead at 45-20. Huntington extended their lead by stealing a 10-point clue about the Carpathian Mountains and picked up 5 more points on a question about Queen Elizabeth. At the end of the bonus round, Huntington leads 60-20 over Winfield at the half. Now we will return to the second half of action after a word from our sponsors.
It's the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia in Barbersville.
For a limited time during the New Year's sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Kia in Barbersville, get a brand new 2025 K4 starting at just $219 a month. And get an additional $750 in owner loyalty incentives on select 2025 Sorrentos and Sportages. And be sure to ask about no payments for 90 days.
Shop 24/7 at DutchMillerKia.com.
The W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Marshall University doesn't simply offer another degree. It trains students to see, understand, and explain the next stories that will define our world. Advertising and public relations, media studies and production, and journalism degrees at Marshall are unique because they are earned by doing, by getting involved in the work, and by understanding the process. Contact us for additional information or to schedule a campus visit. We're ready when you are.
Welcome back to HiQ. Up next is the 60-second round, where teams are given 60 seconds to answer 10 questions worth 10 points each. If they answer all 10 questions correctly, the team will receive an additional 20 bonus points. If teams are incorrect or pass, the other team can steal the points. Teams had the option of 4 categories to choose from: New Testament books, first and last letter, alphabetically first, phrases ending with the word box, or X, Y, or Z. With Winfield trailing, they received the first choice of category, and they chose New Testament books first and last letter. Winfield ran the board and got a perfect 10 out of 10 questions to receive 100 points, plus the 20-point bonus, which put them back in the lead with a score of 140 to 60. Huntington High then chose X, Y, or Z as their category. Huntington correctly answered 6 out of the 10 questions, earning them 60 points to bring them within 20 points of Winfield. Winfield failed to steal any points, which ended the round with them leading over Huntington 140 to 120. And in the final round, Stump the Experts, we increased the value of each correct answer to 20 points. This round turned out to be very advantageous for Winfield, as they started off the round by correctly answering their math question and then stealing 20 points off of Huntington's math question, stretching out their lead to 60 at 180 to 120. Huntington then cut down the lead to 40 with a correct answer on their NFL quarterback question. Winfield then stepped on the gas pedal and didn't look back by correctly answering their own NFL quarterback question to bring their lead back to 60 points. Winfield would go on to pick up 40 more points by correctly answering a history question on Magellan and then stealing Huntington High's history question on Grover Cleveland. Winfield picks up a key victory over Huntington High in Game 1 of the best 2 out of 3 series by a score of 240 to 140. Tune back in next week as we recap Game 2 between Huntington High and Winfield to see who will move on to the playoffs in the 2024 and 25 High Q tournament. For Ernie G. Anderson, all of us here at High Q, thank you for watching. And as Ernie Anderson would always say, be sure to spay or neuter your pet for a lifetime of love. We'll see you next week here on High Q.
Funding for High Q is provided by Wing to Wing Foundation and the Dutch Miller Auto Group. This is Adam Needham speaking for High Q, an Ernie Anderson production in association with Marshall University's School of Journalism and Mass Communications.